By November 2023, a few weeks from now, the Nigeria electricity sector will be a decade old post-privatization. In 2013, the Nigeria's former president, Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, guided Nigeria through the transition from a completely public-owned power sector to private investors. The hope and set objectives were essentially to free the federal government from the funding encumbrances of the then PHCN, which succeeded the defunct Nigeria Electricity Power Authority, and have any investor with the financial fiber to come invest to set the electricity market into its full potential. That reform policy had a lot of ancillary documentation and direction to help grow the sector, and it also had timelines and milestones. Years have gone by and counting. Progress have been made, but not how many may have envisaged. In specific terms, while generating installed capacity stands at above 10,000 megawatts from where the journey started, the energy supplied to homes and businesses are still under 5,000 megawatts.
Usually before we can recharge for like 1 month, but the same price we use for 1 month now has gone down to less than 2 weeks. So it's really not easy for me at all. And those of us in business using energy and all that.
For instance, electricity peaked at over 4,000 megawatts in February of 2014. There's been several oscillations, but suffice it to say that compared to the population growth at any time since independence, Nigeria is still hoping to do more in terms of supply. These issues, however, cannot be treated in isolation. Nigerians want more power supplied to them. Operators want payment for the products being demanded. Call it cost-reflective tariff, or the argument by consumers to have more before they can pay more. The sector clearly needs a common ground.
When you bill the customers, you should be able to collect as much as possible. As it is today, we have less than 60% collection rate of billed electricity. So that's actually the first thing that we need to tackle. The issue of the meter gap is there. As at the last estimates, it is confirmed that between 6 million to 8.5 million meters is the gap that we have. So that is the first thing to address. And this will be addressed in a multilateral perspective, so that we're going to have various programs that will address reducing or completely eliminating this meter gap.
As soon as President Bola Ahmed Tinubu took the saddle, he signed the Electricity Act 2023 into law. That law recognizes a major fundamental, which is to transport power matters from exclusive list to concurrent list. Essentially, states and even local governments in Nigeria can generate its own electricity. But are these arms of government ready?
We are going to have a collaboration with the Nigerian Governors Forum to encourage each of the states to pass into law their own state electricity bill. I know that a number of states have done that. Lagos State has done that. Ogun State has done that. Enugu State has done that. And we encourage other state governors to key into this initiative, ensure they have their own electricity bill so that they can actually administer electricity as a quasi-social service.
Forex, additional investment, energy theft, household meters, cost of electricity, gas supply are still areas of concern in tackling the challenges of the sector. But this government says it has an eye on those matters. The immediate past administration entered a government-to-government agreement with the German government to have Siemens provide support in developing a more reliable electricity supply in Nigeria. It is already 2023, and we asked the Honorable Minister, where are we?
The project under the Presidential Power Initiatives, PPI, is actually the importation of about 20 power substations and transformers, about 10 power stations and 10 power transformers and 10 mobile power stations. Those items are already arrived in Nigeria. They have been cleared from the port. We are at the installation stage. We are going to resume activities of that project and ensure that we accelerate the activities of the project because it has a deadline. It's still very much on course.
Experts advise that opportunities exist in the current metering gap if government continues to encourage local manufacturing. Opportunities also exist for the technological growth in meter manufacture, moving from mere prepaid meters to smart meters. Smart meters also mean energy theft can be tackled, leaving more energy to be available, paid for, and improved collection. Olu Phillips, Channels Television News.